What's up, people? Today we're going to be doing a different type of video than normal. First, we're going to be reviewing this GVM video tube light. It's an RGB tube light. And then I'm going to take you on the behind the scenes tour of my YouTube studio, show you how I have everything set up, and give you some ideas on how you might want to set up your studio right after this. Welcome back. If you're new to the channel, I'm Kedrick Foster. I do unboxings and reviews of all the latest tech. So if you like that type of content, hit that like and that subscribe button. So right now my YouTube channel is about 10 months in, and a little while ago, maybe sometime in 2020, I did my initial YouTube studio setup tour, and a lot of things have changed since then. So I'm gonna give you another tour. I plan on doing these probably once a year, just to keep a running tab on how the studio is evolving. So we're gonna do that today. But before we get into that, I want to do a review and unboxing of this video tube light that was sent out to me from GVM. I want to thank them for sending this out for me to check out. We want to set it up, see what it looks like, and see how we want to add this to the studio. So let's get into it. So it comes with a nice package, and this is like has like a hard case to it. It's a zipping case, but it has a little hard material right here to support it. So it comes with the manual. Then it comes with your battery. It was a decent sized battery. And then you have the charger. And then you have the unit itself. Okay, so this is the unit itself. Has a nice little weight to it, and that doesn't even have the battery in it yet. Let's hope this thing has a little bit of juice in it. If not, we're gonna charge it up and come back to it later in the video. We slide that in, and let's see. Ooh, that thing is bright. So this is the video light. It's also RGB light. So let's see. See how this works. Oh, that's nice. So I don't know if you can see this, but it has like a little touchpad dial that you can use to actual dial in what color you want. And then it has a little LCD display on it as well to show you what color you're on. Oh, this is really nice. I got a whole lot of ideas of what I can use this for. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light off and see if I can give you a better representation of what this looks like. Alexa, turn off studio lights. So as you can see, yeah, it's still kind of too bright for you to make it out, but it's just a green. Like, you can actually light a whole studio with this single light. This, when I tell you this light is bright, this light is bright. You can pretty much, I could light my whole studio with this. Another thing, so it has lights on both sides. So you see that light here on the I guess that would be considered the back side of the tube. You have your RGB on the front and your white light on the back, but you can change the color temperature of that. So you can go to a bright, change the different Kelvin ratings. So that's pretty cool. It's a million different things you can do with this light. So I know I'm gonna use this somehow in the studio. I just haven't figured out how yet. But if you have any ideas, definitely drop it down in the comments. Definitely want to thank y'all for sending this out. GVM, great video maker. Definitely a great product. I'll have the link to this down in the description. And later on in the video, we're going to find out what I'm going to actually use this for and how I'm going to set it up. I'm thinking about maybe like a backlight, something like that maybe. Alexa, turn on studio lights. So maybe something like that in the background, or maybe something just off camera to give the camera, give it a little different look. Maybe just something right off camera, something like that. But we definitely gonna find a way to utilize this light. So let's go ahead and get into the actual tour of the studio. I'm gonna show you how I have everything set up. Hopefully I can give y'all some ideas on what y'all can do in y'all studio. I have some stuff in here that's a little bit unconventional, so maybe y'all can get some ideas, and maybe y'all can give me some ideas on how I can improve the setup so I can give y'all some better videos. So let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so first of all, we're going to start off with the barn doors that I installed in here. So this actually was opening at first. I had this as the kids' playroom, but they got evicted out of here, and I made this my YouTube studio. Don't worry, I gave them another spot in the house, but I had to take this spot over. So these are some barn doors that I made myself. Only thing I really had to buy was these actual handles and this little makeshift lock and the actual track kit, which is on the outside of the door. All that stuff is something I got straight off of Amazon, and they give me the little bit of privacy I need when I'm in here recording videos. So we're gonna work our way to the right. We have our hand-drawn Ray Lewis picture created by Mr. Tommy Roberts, friends of the family. He has a lot of great artwork. So if you're interested in getting something like that, I'll leave his link down in the description. Also, this one is my favorite, which is all of the Negro League pictures, and this is actually an original hand-drawn piece of art here. So this is definitely my favorite one, and this is also made by Mr. Tommy Roberts. So he does actually have prints of the same piece of art. This one here is the original, so this is why I like this one so much. But if you want to get a copy of this, I think he still has these. Like I said, I'll have the link down in the description where y'all can find him. This spot here is normally where I sit and actually edit my videos. If y'all haven't known already, I said this in one of my prior videos that I actually edit all my videos on my iPad. So this is a little small couch I found on Amazon. Maybe like 500 bucks or something like that. Maybe 600 bucks, something like that. So that's that. I'm going to bring it back to this side. Excuse my camera skills. This is actually a Sony 65-inch OLED TV. I actually got this from Amazon as well. So y'all haven't already known, I buy a lot of stuff on Amazon. All the stuff that you see in this video will be linked down in the description area. They will be Amazon affiliate links. So if you purchase anything through those links, it does help out the channel. Doesn't cost you anymore. Just helps me out. So I want to thank y'all if y'all have been using those already. Appreciate it. So here we have the Xbox Series X. Here on a little stand. Have my controllers. My dock from a Nintendo Switch for wherever that is. Don't know right now. And then we have my printer and everything set over here. And another little seating area. Got my world map. I use this whenever I'm trying to figure out my next vacation spots. So that. Got my logo. And let's get into the main event, which is the camera setup. So this is very unconventional. It's something I rigged up, but it works well for me. So if you look at this, I have a 2-camera setup. This is my main camera. This is the Sony A6400 with a little display on top so I can actually see what I'm doing. And this is the 16mm 1.4 lens. This is pretty much the standard lens that mostly YouTubers are going to be using. Then I have up here which is my secondary camera, which is the Canon M50. And this is what I use for my overhead shots. So I do a lot of product reviews, and this is what I use for my overhead shots. And all of this, that camera at the top is wired down to this larger monitor. So that way, when I'm shooting a video, I can just look at this monitor and see what that top camera is shooting. And this video here, this camera here is already with that camera, so I can see what's recording on that video. Now, this stand right here is actually a boom arm for a microphone. But what I did was, if you look here, this is actually the actual boom arm, which you're supposed to use for a microphone. But I used it, and I have one of my lights mounted here on that side. Just use some grip arms, and my second light mounted here. And the reason I used this was I couldn't have everything mounted on this one stand. And if you look down at the bottom, it's on wheels. So I know all of this looks a mess, but I have everything, all the wires zip tied down, coming down. Everything is plugged into this power strip. And this is pretty much like when I want to go and take video off the SD card. This is just a USB cord that is wired from the camera. I can just plug into my computer. I don't have to worry about taking the SD card out. And everything is mounted right on the stand. And when I go to plug it in, everything, it's just that one plug that's coming from that extension cord. So when I want to move this whole rig to a different location, I can do that. So that's that. This actual desk is a DIY project. I just actually took some MDF board, made the shape of the table, went to IKEA and bought some legs, and then I took epoxy. If you can see that any better, that's actually epoxy to cover the table, put a little design in it. And then I took another piece of board and took some of that laminate flooring and stuck it to this. So it's actually this one, and I have a different design on the bottom of this. So I can take this up and flip it to the other side if I want to have a different look for when I'm doing an unboxing video. This here is the iPad I use to edit my videos. And because the Chrome browser on iPad cannot use extensions, I still do need this laptop when I'm uploading my video. So what I'll do is I'll upload the video from the iPad straight to YouTube. And then once I get it in YouTube, I'll have to go in here because I use the TubeBuddy extension, and I'll use this to actually, put my tags in and update all of the information like that. So I do still need this, but right now this is my main thing I use. So over here I have a Acer 34-inch ultra wide monitor, which I have connected to the M1 Mac Mini. I did have a custom PC, but I wanted to try out the M1 Mac Mini, so I got that. Also have the Echo Show 5. A lot of this stuff I have reviews for on my channel already. So if you want to check out any of this stuff, I'll have it all linked down below. And then up here, we have a generic, this doesn't even have a name, but it's pretty much a generic light panel. It's the generic version of the Nano Leaf. And I also did a review of these, and they've been holding up pretty well. And then up here I have a few things. So I did a review on this, which is actually the Nintendo Mario Kart Live. It's pretty much a Nintendo Switch game where you can actually race the cars in real life. So that's pretty cool. If you haven't already seen it, check that video out. I have Reflections, my brother's album. If you haven't heard any of his music, definitely check it out. I'll have that link down below. Also have a video for this kid. It's pretty much a YouTube tracker, but you can do a lot of different stuff with this. I'll have that link down below. Same thing, another LED clock. This is called the GVM. You can actually link a lot of these together and make a bigger display, but it's pretty much like a pixel art. You can upload different programs on here to have different stuff displayed on it. So pretty much almost the same as this, but this one is a little larger and you can link multiple units together to make it bigger. Then I have my autographed copy of the Jadakiss album and a little bit of vodka. So I'll give you another thing, another cool LED corner light. So just want to get another quick pan around the room. Make sure I didn't forget anything. And that's pretty much the setup. Another quick rundown of how I got everything set up on this stand. Got my camera up top, wires running down. Have another camera there. Then this TV that's mounted to the pole. And everything down to the wheels. Alright, so let's figure out what we're gonna do with this light. So what I think I wanna do is I wanna have this off to the side. Something like that. To give the light, to give the scene a little bit more depth. So like I said, I can change it up whenever I want to do a different video. Change that color. Right now it's green, I can do blue. And then also I can give it a totally different look if I take off my studio lights. So Alexa, turn off studio lights. And that right there will give the whole different look. Now let's see if I can light the whole scene with just this light. Now right now this whole scene is just being lit by that one light. Other than that, it was totally dark in this room, and I'm lighting this whole scene with just that one tube light. So that's definitely a real cool product. I'm definitely going to be implementing that into my studio setup. Again, I'll have the link for this down in the description. Want to thank GVM for sending this out to me. I really appreciate that. So if y'all have any questions about anything I posted in this video, drop them down in the comment section. I'll be sure to get to them. And until then, peace out.